We're chasing comedy, working on jokes, working on bits, seeing what sticks, seeing what stinks. We're Brian and Dustin, and we're chasing comedy.
I'm thinking about getting a kitten, so let's see.
You're thinking about getting a kitten? Good. Okay. Anyway, hello.
Hello.
You see that, kids? This is what happens when you don't laugh at my Mexican-Canadian joke.
Kids? There's no kids watching this.
There's callers, there's kids. Okay. Don't shoot down my delusions, okay?
Mexican Canada. First of all, I just want to say this. I would have retract. Like Mexican Canada, that's political out of the gate. And then I get in trouble for saying
that's geographical.
It's still we're mad at people are mad at Canadians. So
I'm not mad at I have nothing against
that's
Canadians.
Political. Like, not you.
That joke, I know that, but it's like I was making geographical jokes about Canada, America. You know, people say it's America's attic. I've heard so many jokes about Canada over the years. You know, that's where I'm going to go when Vietnam, we have another Vietnam. I'm going to have someplace to, you know what I mean? Like, so everyone does some kind of Canadian, Mexican.
Are you gonna dodge the draft? Is that what you're gonna do?
Hopefully, yeah. I think we should have a draft. By the way, can I just say that? Can I just weigh in because I'm edgy? We should definitely have.
No, we shouldn't.
Of course, we should have a draft, Dustin.
No, we shouldn't.
Yes,
because I don't believe in the kids that we would draft. They would lose that war in 3 seconds.
No. Okay.
There's no real soldiers. Have you seen these 20-year-olds? They couldn't hold a gun.
I'm thinking of getting a kitten. That's going to be our segue to anything to get us out of any dangerous situation. Speaking of getting a kitten, they're so fluffy and adorable. I think they should have a draft for kittens, right? Right. They should take the kittens and put them in the Marines, okay? You know what I'm saying, Dustin?
How you doing, man? You good? We used to do that on this show. We used to get to know how things were going. I just got back from Mexico. Used to you guys got back from Aruba. We used to have a little bit of banter. Now it's just out of the gate. You're like, Canadian Mexicans. You're like, oh my God, give me a second to breathe. You're like that guy in the green room. It's like, hey, I got a bit. You're like, God, give me a second, dude.
I thought that's what I threw my marble notebook in the dryer. Look what happened.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm just going to let Adam take over.
All right, how about this? I got a bit.
Oh, God, here we go. What do you got?
All right, you ready? Here's the thing.
Not really.
Okay.
What do you got?
All right. Wait a minute. Is it me?
Kittens?
Okay.
You got kittens? What do you got?
I got kittens. Listen, this is the deal. Something's going on the planet with this technology. And the other day, I was holding an actual photograph in my hand, a photograph, like a picture that people used to look at when it wasn't on a phone. And I was holding it in my hand, and I was trying to expand it. Yeah, I was doing this.
Yeah.
Right. I was doing this, and I did it for 3 minutes before it dawned on me that it wasn't working. I thought there was something wrong with the picture. Okay. And I kept going. Okay. I kept doing this, and I realized that this is okay. Now I can't read a map. Okay. I can't read a map anymore. I don't remember anybody's phone number. I can't expand photos. Okay. There's a whole list of things that technology has robbed from us. Okay. All right. My arms lack strength because I don't have to crank windows down on my car anymore. I know that's a really old one, but whatever.
I don't do this.
Yeah. What is that? Are you a peregrine?
Like on the railroad.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. You don't do that. That's right. That's great. Exactly. Thank you. Maybe you haven't been.
It's like those cartoons where they on the railroad. They're the two guys.
It's like the
cartoon like legacy. Like, come on,
Coyote. It's the Coyote and the
yes.
Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner. Okay.
Thank you. Good God.
Yeah. But okay, so there's that. Those three. What else? Because I was going to basically say that if there's a revolution, this is how the oligarchs are getting us. Our tech oligarchs are depriving us of any capacity for tech. What is the word I'm looking for? Like technical skill or intellectual capacity for anything or rational.
Yeah, but there's the opposite.
Relations.
That's how the joke works, where it's like there's the opposite of the good things. Like you never miss. But at the same time, I'll never misspell Mississippi again, or I'll never do this again. Like there's got to be kind of like that juxtaposition of it.
Well, no, but what I'm saying, okay,
that's parallel parking true. Or whatever it is. Like there's so many technological things that now it's like I don't hit a curb, but like I said, I'm trying to expand a picture or whatever.
Right. Well, no, but what okay, that's a very good angle.
Yeah.
And meaning
I saw that coming though with the pictures. I don't know if you saw me doing that.
Of course you did. Because you're an astute comedic thinker. Okay, you don't have to point out how wise you are comedically. Okay,
a few people are doing that. A few people are doing that. I just want you to know that. That's why I did it. Yeah.
Oh, you mean people are doing the bit?
Yeah. With the picture thing, the magazine. I've heard the magazine. They look at a magazine.
People try to expand a magazine.
Like an iPad. Yeah, it's similar. Yeah.
Okay, what's the joke? They just do that and that's it?
Yeah, they're trying to expand the picture with their hand.
And do they have a punchline? Is my point. I'm asking you a question.
Easy, Tiger. Comics get so defensive when you're like, it's a bit similar to this guy. And you're like, just tell me, what's the punchline?
Okay, I wasn't leaving it at that. I didn't go, look, and that's it. Good night. I'm here all week. That's my closer. You know what I mean? Like it was part of a larger narrative.
Okay. No, I like the bit. I think the bit is smart. I think it's good. So it's like, well, what else is there? Adam,
okay,
what else is there? Look at
but that's hold it. So that's my point.
Don't hold it.
Hold it.
Adam's got the skills. What?
But wait, I'm not even getting to the overall narrative.
I'm here. What?
They're making us soft so that they can take over. So that if there is a revolutionary meeting where we're going to overthrow the oligarchs, no one will be able to get there because we won't be able to read a map. Okay, right? We won't be able to read a map. We won't be able to know where the meeting is. I won't be able to call anybody to coordinate it because I won't remember their numbers. The joke is that this is how they get us, by depriving us, and I won't be able to put on my sneakers because they're all slip-ons now. I don't even know I don't know how to tie my shoes anymore. So my point being, I can't tie my shoes. I can't call anybody. I can't read a map, okay? And I'll be too busy looking at the photos of the revolution we didn't have and trying to expand them to be able to make it to the meeting, is my point. There's something there.
No, I think it's borderline astute, and it's a good bit. But you can tie your shoes. You can read a map. You're Gen X. So I don't know if it's like the future coming. It's not going to be
No. Okay, stuff. I know that I could, but I would have to rewire myself to get back to the map reading thing, because I have been. Now, I would be way ahead of the curve as these kids are, but you and I could read a map if we had another week to go back into our reading map thing. They're still in there.
It's 2 seconds. Find the highway and you're done.
I understand.
Map's not that hard.
Okay.
95. It just go like this.
Wait a second. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Master Tracker from Butch
Master Tracker? You just find the highway and you go north or south.
Dustin Chafin is Lord Baltimore.
Find where you're going to go. It's not Lord of the Rings over here. It's just like no. You just find a highway and you point at it and you go, okay, I'm trying to go north, and that's where you go.
Why is it every premise I'm introducing is getting shot down? Dustin, did you have a rough week?
Down. I'm just saying a map's not that hard.
Wait, reading a map for these kids? Hand a map to one of these deadbeats. Have you handed a map to a millennial?
I want to. That's going to be the segment. Yeah. We go on the street and hand them a map.
If you hand a map to the millennial, they will wrap it around their service animal.
If you live in New York City, you got to read a subway map. You know?
On your phone. Okay, it's on my phone now.
Okay.
I got Google Maps that tells me what train to take. I look at the map and I don't know what, you know what I mean? It's hieroglyphics, but I can do it because I'm wired for many years to do it. You and I will survive the apocalypse. Okay, we will know how to do these things. You and I know how to burn ants.
You will.
Burn ants.
I don't think you'll survive. I don't think you'll survive.
I'm telling you.
Can you hunt? Can you skin an animal? Like, have you ever had any outdoor experience?
Wait a minute. What are you not indicting my hobbies?
That is what's going to save us. Not the map.
I killed a ferret with a butter knife just last Tuesday. Okay, I skinned him alive and ate him without without even
they're
a
not
barbecue.
legal in New York, so I don't believe you.
Listen, I don't follow the fashions of the day. I do what's necessary. Okay,
what you got in there? What is that? Protein?
Yeah, protein.
Is that ferret protein?
Okay. What is on your head, by the way? Is there
American cars, Mustang, baby?
Okay, all right, good. Mm-hmm. Well, all of my premises have been savagely filleted on the show so far. So
they have been dissected to make them open up, so we can like find a way to kind of go with them. I do like this bit. I think this bit is good. I think his bit is like, but I think it needs stronger ones. Like, let's think of some more. So you can't read a map. I know. I'm saying it. I'm saying it now. You can't read a map. So, there's that.
Sneakers, tying your shoes.
I don't know about the sneakers. What is that about? I don't even get that. I don't know if it makes sense to me.
All right, hold on a second.
Tying your sneakers? Like, what does that have?
No.
Because you could put on slip-ons. Slip-ons work perfectly fine. Like, I don't understand.
No. Have you tried Kizik's, these sneakers? And have you tried them? Your life will change. First of all, I know this is...
You wear Skechers, I'm sure.
No, I don't wear freaking Skechers, okay? I don't wear Skechers, okay?
So you got this. I just don't understand the slip-on shoes. I don't think that's good. I don't think that's
There's a new thing. There's a new thing, and you have to introduce this. Obviously, I'm not that dumb that some people don't know this.
Nobody said you were dumb. Go ahead.
I said I was dumb.
Okay.
Kizik's is this new brand of sneaker, and you tie it once, and then you basically don't really have to tie it. They're the most amazing things. I wear them now every day, and I've lost the capacity to tie my own shoelaces. It's amazing. They're so good, so comfortable, and you don't realize you didn't. It's like the sneaker you didn't know you needed. I never see. Thank you. See that?
There you go.
That's an old man shoe, is what that is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
That isn't Kizik's. That's
what
is that?
Shoe.
Is that the Kizik's?
It's an old man shoe. Those are old men. So you got the khakis.
No, mine are much better than that.
They come with a fanny pack.
This is pathetic.
And they come with a AAA card and an AARP discount.
Hold on. I'm getting my Kizik's. I don't know where you found these.
You wear those, you get in the movies half price. You get in the movies half price with those sneakers. Those sneakers are great if you want to eat dinner at 5 p.m. If you fly to Boca Raton, they give you those for free.
This is okay. I don't know where.
Not cool.
Hold on a second. Let me see what you're wearing.
I'm wearing socks.
You can't tell the difference between this and a Nike sneaker. Okay, I don't know what's on the screen.
A lot of people can tell the difference between that and a Nike.
Oh, listen to me. All right. Just because you had a rough day yesterday.
I didn't have a rough day.
My footwear.
Don't take my vulnerability out on me. I'm
not taking your vulnerability out. I'm taking it out on.
I'm like Jordan in the flu game. At even half throttle, I'm on point.
Look at this.
Don't even throw that out.
Right here.
Your sneakers, old man sneakers. Those are old man. Kids aren't wearing those. Kids can tie their shoes. They can bend over.
I'm not wearing Air Jordans. Okay, I'm sorry.
Kids can bend over. They're not buying those.
Oh my God, this is just
tie their shoes.
Okay, great. The kids today. All right.
Tell me a kid. There ain't no kids wearing those.
Adam,
are kids wearing those? No.
I don't think so.
Adam says no. Yeah, go to a mall and a food court. Find the kids wearing those. They're wearing Jordans and all that stuff.
Okay. All right.
Vans.
The point is,
they're not even wearing Vans. That's for 40-year-old dudes.
Okay, look. The point is, okay.
Where's your point? I'm with you. I love you. Go ahead.
We've got. Okay, so it doesn't have to be the sneaker tying thing. It can be map reading. We got pictures. We got backing up your car. We got all kinds of possibilities here. We're missing a bunch, and Adam may be scrambling as we speak to find more and be constructive in this. Okay.
Around. Would back up. Oh, with the mirror used to go like this. Okay, there's that.
Yeah, I got. All right. I got. Let's see. We got things we lost because of technology.
Yeah.
Memorizing phone numbers.
Yes.
All right. Using a map.
Yes.
Numbers. Right. Waiting for a song on the radio.
All right. Whatever.
Flipping through TV channels.
Okay, we lost that, but that's not something I wish we still had.
Right.
Yeah.
Flipping through TV channels? I
Yeah.
still do that. You guys don't do that?
No.
You use the guide always? I love it, especially in a hotel. I just flip. I don't use a guide. I'm old school. I have vinyl records. Like I'm old.
But what we're looking for is
VHS.
things that are actually that will make us that were skills that might come in handy if there was a full scale nuclear holocaust. Flipping through channels doesn't, but being able to tie your shoes, being able to read a map,
Tie
being
your
able to remember.
shoes.
Yep.
Stop with that. People wear boots, dude.
People. Okay.
Tying your shoes doesn't do anything.
I
Maybe
know, but
tying a knot on a boat, maybe.
Listen, just because you grew up on an Indian reservation, okay,
moccasins.
and you wore moccasins, and you had a rattlesnake as your spirit animal.
We're barefoot most of the time.
Not everyone had a rattlesnake as a spirit animal. Okay. Okay. I don't even know what that means. Okay.
What else you got, Adam? We got flipping channels. Hilarious.
I know.
Let me see.
Adam looks like he's looking in this. Adam looks like he's looking in the suitcase from Pulp Fiction. His face is all lit up, right? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Every time I go close to the screen, let's see. The mystery of who was calling, since everybody's got caller ID.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember. Okay, but that doesn't help.
Skills. Those are just like things that,
I know. Yeah. I want
because there's no. I mean,
by the way, isn't there a picture of
fine, Brian? I think we're gonna be fine. I think
I love the fact. I love the fact that Dustin has a picture of Boots right behind him. There's something weird in the background, isn't there?
Nakona boot poster. It's what I had on my wall when I was a child, and Leah got them for me.
Oh, nice.
Whatever. They're kind of cool.
That's very sweet.
Yeah,
that's very sweet.
Yeah,
all right, what about basic first aid?
Oh yeah, what is that? Like what?
Yeah. Oh, just people know stuff like basic first aid.
You mean like how to put on a Band-Aid or something? I don't think I can do that.
Heimlich or what? CPR.
No. CPR.
I never knew that.
Well, maybe it's this. Maybe it's this. I think there's basic skills humans don't have. Like I was just in Mexico. Lee and I speak Spanish. There was a situation where our driver didn't know what was going on, and we were the only ones in the van that could speak Spanish. And it really was like, why would you travel and not know another language if you're going to that place? And so it's like I think there's certain skills that people don't have.
Yeah.
That I think that don't make them real humans. And they're not
right. But has technology? But there were people who refused.
Well,
to
there's
learn
that too. Technology. If your phone can work for that too.
That's true.
You could talk.
I don't need to learn a foreign language. I don't need to learn how to spell.
It's true.
I don't learn how to spell.
Right. Yeah, Grammarly has saved everything for me. I'm a big fan of Grammarly.
I don't have to learn to rhyme anything because I can look it up.
But none of those are skills, though. They're going to keep you alive, though.
I understand. That's what I'm saying. We need skills. Like I know how to burn
it's not
ants.
Taking the skills.
I know how to burn ants with a magnifying glass. That will come in handy because that's what we did when we were children. Okay, but these kids today, they don't know from that. All right,
did you really do that? Wow, you were like a serial killer kid.
Okay, obviously
did the neighbors lose their cats too? Like, what were you doing? Just killing animals and ants.
Okay. If you're going to equate, first of all, there's a lot more ants out there than cats. So you know what I mean? We could kill. You've never killed an ant. Let the person who's not killed an ant, or an insect, cast the first.
Hey, I let him go, man. I let him go. I'm that guy that puts him on.
You're that guy.
I am that guy. Absolutely. I'm not going to kill a spider.
You're not going to kill a spider.
No. They're beautiful and they do great stuff and keep the other insects away. I like spiders.
Okay.
You ever seen a spider web? It's fascinating.
Is there anything I'm going to introduce today that's not going to get shot down? What kind of person kills an ant? Okay. What kind of savage?
Well, make fun of me. Make fun of me. Make fun of that guy that won't kill an insect. Maybe that's your joke. That's funny.
Okay. All right. I got my friend Dustin. The guy won't kill an ant. Okay. They could be swarming all over him, and giant ants could take over, and Dustin would not kill them because he thinks it's immoral. Okay.
No,
I don't think.
some insects are really gross. Like cockroaches are gross, but I don't really. It grosses me out to actually kill them. Like they're so like oh, it's so gross.
Maybe I should step on them with my slip-on shoes.
There you go. Well, that's all those are good for. Is like you could just slip on and step on a cockroach quickly.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Cockroaches are amazing. I've hit them with shoes and they just don't even flinch. They laugh.
Well, they'll be here forever. They'll be here forever.
No, but I mean, there's something funny. I know the whole. Everyone does the whole. It's cockroaches and Keith Richards thing. But that's a funny idea. That there's a joke right there.
Where?
There's something funny about the fact that I took out a hammer and a blowtorch and I was trying to kill this cockroach, and the thing was using it to sun himself or something, or he's giving him a tan.
It keeps coming back go ahead.
Yeah.
It keeps coming back like Terminator. Just I
had a blowtorch. I used a flamethrower on the thing, and he was holding a hot dog up to eat it, to heat it up or something. I don't know, something like that. It's funny. To me, that's funny. It's like that's his microwave, like the cockroach. Something about that. You're beating him with a stick, and he's just laughing at you, and he's calling.
I like it. That's a great New York joke. I don't think it'd work anywhere else, but I love it as a New York joke.
Yes. Oh well, yes, but you could fold it in and go. In New York City, you guys you have no cockroaches here. You have no idea what it's like to not have cockroaches. You know what a cockroach is? You have palmetto bugs in Florida. You know what that is? That's basically. Somebody did that joke about it's a roach, but it has a visa.
Well,
or something.
I think New York is funny because they got pizza eating rats, they got cockroaches you can't kill, they got it's why would you live there?
But there's a really I don't know what the joke is, but it has to be super absurd. Where every way you try to assassinate them, you can't kill them. It's like Rasputin or something, and not the usual, I try to kill him. It's like Keith Richards, fuck that shit. Something like Rasputin, or they try to poison him. I tried poisoning. I tried shame. I tried guilt. I tried, a flamethrower. And then I come back in a week because what's his name? Ronnie Shakes did a thing. He used crucifixion or something to kill a cockroach. He crucified one of them just to send a message or something. That was funny. I
feel like this joke is probably circulating in the urban circuit.
Mm-hmm. What? Okay, wait a minute.
I feel like there's a Latino show.
Okay, wait. I think this is premise number 8 that Dustin has said isn't working. Okay,
I feel like this is borderline Roberto Vanderpool.
I swear to God, is this Kill Tony? Is this Kill Tony? What happened here? Right? Am I suddenly Kill Ryan?
A comic's job, if we love each other, is to be like, hey, I think that's
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying this is circulating. Carlos Mencia did that in '86, Brian. Right? Okay. Okay. I'm saying there's something funny. But you have to go. I'm saying there's got to be something funny. I tried to murder the thing. I tried to assassinate. I hired. I don't know.
That's Hurt funny. Locker.
I hired someone to take him out. A hitman.
I called Luigi's people or something.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I heard Luigi.
It's silly. It's silly.
Yes. Right.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
He's shooting healthcare guys.
You could pull it off.
I called Luigi Mangione. Listen, I got a roach in my apartment. Can you do something? Right? What would it cost me? Can you come over? Right?
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's 5. I'm 0 for 7.
Let's do the wheel. What do you got?
Okay. I just crossed the Mendoza line. I just crossed the Mendoza line on this.
Dude, you're a brilliant comedian. I'm not going to sit there and let you do a cockroach joke if it's not good. It's like how many cockroach jokes are out there.
Please let me do mediocre material.
I'm not.
Please,
if it's not,
I want you to.
I'm not going to encourage it if it's not up to par of what you're already doing.
Hiring Luigi Mangione to assassinate a cockroach in my apartment.
That's not bad. We got there eventually.
It's on its way to something. Okay.
We just got there though, like 3 seconds ago. But yeah,
I hired a sniper. I hired a sniper to take out a cockroach. American Sniper.
That's funny.
What's his name? Something funny where you hire. What's his name? Who's the guy from
the Jackal?
The Jackal, or what's the guy in the Godfather? The fat big guy, the assassin guy.
Nobody knows who that is anymore. All our references are dying off.
Sleeps with the fishes. He's the big guy. Luca Brasi. I hired Luca Brasi to whack the cockroach, and I came back a week later. Luca Brasi was wrapped up in fishes or hanging from a pole somewhere, and the cockroaches killed him. Right, something.
All right, you're gonna have to tape this, and we want to watch it on the air. I want to watch this bit just go.
Right, I will do that.
I want to watch this bit just destroy itself. This bit's gonna eat itself.
This bit is going to be the 7 dirty words you can't say on television. That's how good it's going to be. Okay, it's going to be a comedy classic. It's like when Michael Jordan when they made him mad, they challenged him. It only made him more determined. That now you forced me to make this bit into I'm going to do this on the Tonight Show.
I hope so.
Okay.
I hope so.
Yeah.
You should do it with Jay Leno. That's what you should do.
Great. Yeah. All right. Let's turn to what do you got so that I can.
We're doing the wheel.
Revenge.
We're doing the wheel.
And the wheel. All right. We're doing the wheel. Good. Spin the wheel.
All right. Let's go to the wheel. Let's see.
I'm not a dummy. I'm not going to go into my stuff after attacking you. We go to the wheel.
Exactly. And well played, sir. Well played. What is this?
Here we go. All right. Relationship arguments that make no sense.
Okay. Is there any relationship argument that makes any sense? Most of them don't, but whatever. Relationship arguments that make no sense. Dustin, Chafin, we turn to you.
Well, I don't. We're two comics, so it's a different world. It's like there's no arguments. We don't really argue about stuff because there's nobody that's like, you got to do the dishes. There's nobody that's like, you got to do this. You got to, there's nobody in charge, basically. And so with that comes no arguments, because nobody gets weird. Like I know people that have broken up over like beard hair in the sink that should still be together. But they broke up over some ridiculous, socks on the floor or whatever. Like they couldn't handle it because one person was really anal and the other one, whatever. And so with us, it's like we're the same person. So we don't argue because we have the same things that we do. So it's like a different energy.
Yeah. I mean, you know how like jokes get ruined by somebody doing a joke already? Ray Romano had a joke about this that is so funny. Here he goes. My wife was mad at me the other day because she had a dream and there was a girl in the dream that she thought I would like. Okay, that's pretty. Yeah. Okay, and she was mad at him because she had a dream that involved a girl that he would like. It was such a funny. And he's like, how do you argue that? Like, oh, you would have liked her. She was just your type. It's like, I don't even know how to come back from that. So I don't even know what his tag was or what it was, but I just remember that so vividly that was.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'll have those where she, wakes up, she had a dream I was mean to her in her dream or, I broke up with her in the dream or I did something ridiculous.
So basically, the first spin of the wheel brought us nothing is what.
No, you just don't let anybody finish. You give up too quick. So do you argue with your girl? I feel like you don't. Do you guys argue?
We argue all the time.
What do you argue about?
We argue about like where I'll say that you said that she said something and she'll say, no, I never said that. And I don't have a transcript. And she claims to remember the transcript. So that's the thing that cracks me up. Is like she seems to have a photographic memory for every conversation that ever happened throughout history and knows every word of everything. And I don't. And then I just feel like I think I never said that. You did say exactly that. Nothing like that I said. And then, but on the 30th of June of 2027 or 22, you said this. And in 27, you're going to say this. I already know what you're going to say. So you know what I mean? In both of those.
That's a great joke. And
there's something there.
I wear a wire. And that's a great joke.
Oh, that's funny. Wear a wire. I'm definitely, it's like now I just need to read that back to me.
I got 3 guys in a van across the street with headsets.
Okay, so I need a court stenographer. I got to wear a wire at all time.
You wear a wire and 3 guys in a van or whatever. But
there's something. I need 2 guys in a van. That's really funny.
That's the joke.
Okay, so I got 2 guys in a van. I'm wearing a wire. I got a court stenographer in my living room.
Boom. That's it.
That's when your relationship, has issues. Okay.
See, you were about to give up on this, and I knew you would have something.
I have to admit you were right about this. I gave up too quick, and you pushed me.
You run, man. You run for the hill because you're trying to get mad at me about the other stuff I shot down.
The problem with but then what's then the basic premise, this is like we're bickering right now like a couple. Okay.
Oh, we are a couple. The podcast becomes a married couple. That's what it is.
That's right. But what's so the premise?
And Adam's he's the traumatized child. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, he is. He's trying to keep everything together and internalizing the conflict, and he'll talk to someone later
again about a hacky premise.
Okay,
all right.
Now my question about this. Now that we have the second part of the bit. What's the arc of the piece? Because it isn't like how do you intro this piece? Because it's got to be something like bad example being men and women communicate differently, or I have a bad memory. My problem is I know that I'm saying bad example.
Okay.
Yeah. Got it. But I'm saying that like I'm bad at communicating a relationship, and I hate losing arguments. Like a reveal.
Oh, I know. Yes.
Yeah. I hate losing.
Oh yeah, we're aware. Yes.
We're aware. I don't like losing arguments, and I also and that's bad because I also don't remember very well. So I can't really. I don't have a leg to stand on. I need a lawyer with me 24/7. I need people. I need people recording every one of my chats. I have a staff of people.
No. It's the punches. I need wearing a wire and
I know what the punch is.
Yeah, but you're taking it. You don't want to say all that stuff. You want the drop is the wire.
Yes, the drop is the wire. My point is, I got that. I already said that.
Okay,
that's
all right. So you're trying to keep going. You're trying to keep.
No, I'm trying to get the beginning of the joke.
Well, the beginning, you're giving the punch away if you say what you just said.
Huh?
You're giving the punch away if you say what you just said, which is I need people recording me.
Oh, no, I understand that. What my point is, okay, right. So what is the beginning? I said that's a bad example is like I'm trying to give bad examples.
Okay.
Yes, what's the point of the joke? The punchline
it's your life. You don't need a point. You just be like my girl. Like she always says stuff to me and she says that she told them to me and I don't remember any of it. That's it. You just get into it. You don't need a perfect frame.
So it's Brian has a bad memory in relationships, and that's dangerous in relationships.
You're talking about your life partner, and she doesn't remember things. She thinks she told me stuff, and I know she didn't. But then we argue over whether she told me and what she did, and she'll bring up something back in 2007. They can say we're going back and forth. We're going, and she's saying all this stuff.
Right,
it's like and then it's like. Yeah, so now I just wear a wire and I got 3 guys in a van and a guy on a telephone pole trying to remember. So I know like next time this comes up, I'm ready or something like that.
Dean Hackman in the conversation and a reel-to-reel tape deck going at all times.
Throwback. Rest in peace.
My whole room looks like Richard Nixon's Oval Office. There's recording devices and stuff in every room.
Dude, this is your wheelhouse. You'll be fine. Right. You just play in there. You'll be fine. You know how to. You're the detail guy. You'll be fine.
All right, there we go. And scene.
See, we did it. Good job, Adam. What else you got?
Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Holtz, ladies and gentlemen.
So we go back to the wheel?
Back to the wheel.
Back to the wheel. This is where we excel.
All right. Let's see what we got here.
Burning ants with a magnifying glass.
More of a salt slug guy. Yeah.
All right. We got influencers for mundane things.
Influencers for mundane
people that make more money than us. Is that what this is? Yeah.
Influencer for mundane things. Was that like
you go?
What, me?
Yeah, you go. I know what I'm. Go ahead.
Well, you mean like mundane things like I'm trying to get my mind around exactly what what does that mean? Influencers for mundane things like give me a mundane thing that would be if you think you know
eating or diets or exercise or
there's already influences for that.
I know. Oh, this is like things that don't exist.
Exactly.
No. Think like just something where you're like, why is there an influencer for laundry or for like,
I see.
Something
there is an influencer.
There you go. A laundry influencer. Okay. There's something funny, almost funny there. Like something almost funny, where it's like, I just do videos about laundry. Like it's a podcast about laundry.
It would do better than this one.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
So I folded the shirts today.
That's what I'm saying. That's funny. Okay.
Bounce or
yes. Did I go with
Downy?
bounce?
Bounce or Downy?
Downy. Is it Bounce or Bounty?
What are you? You a Downy guy? You're a Bounce guy. What do you got?
Tonight we have an hour and a half deep dive into Bounce versus Downy.
Bounce or Downy? Bounce or Downy? Yeah.
Bounce or Downy.
I'm going to go Bounce. It's bad for you, though. That's real bad.
Okay. And we go out on the street and we interview people and we ask them for the thing. So laundry influencers. See, I like that.
So that's where you're going with it.
Okay. How about like nail clippers, like nail clippings, something like
that's beauty. That's beauty and fashion. Yeah.
True.
They have that. Yeah.
No, what I know that I'm trying to get something micro, very boring. Like somebody who's really good at
I want to dissect the word influencer. There was a time, that word didn't exist 10 years ago, and I think that's something funny about that, where it's like you come from a generation of mechanics and carpenters and construction workers and lawyers and doctors. And then all of a sudden, there's
You're
this
an influencer.
thing. Yeah, there's this ridiculous thing that people make millions of dollars off of.
Yeah, there's something funny about that.
Yeah, where it's just, that's the worst thing that happened in the internet is some 17-year-old's a millionaire. That's what makes me angry. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care about reading a map, but it's like, that's what makes me angry.
Yeah, there used to be leaders, and now Jesus was it was like a spiritual influencer. You want somebody like Satan, who's he's an influencer.
Nobody's a bigger influence than Satan.
Satan's very big in influencer community. Okay, there's somebody.
Him and Sammy Davis Jr.
Sammy Davis Jr. Wait, what?
That's a callback to
to another.
Sammy Davis.
There you go.
Satanist.
Sammy Davis, Satan.
You don't remember any of these things we do.
I did. It took me a moment. I go to him being Jewish every time, and I always forget the Satan thing.
And one eye. Exactly. Satan took his eye. That's how he got his career.
That's right. So
he had to give his eye to give a career.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so all right, so influencer, bad influencers, good influencers, Jesus influencer, evil influencers, banal influencers, laundry, taxidermy. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something that can have an influencer. Somebody that, like, if you're going to skin a muskrat, this is how you do it. Like, they've got to have one. There's a taxidermy influencer out there, or something.
Yeah. I mean, I will say this. I've toted this joke around for a while. Never really got it to work, but I feel like, I love YouTube. YouTube's pretty amazing. Like, I feel like I've learned a lot of things on YouTube. I've learned how to do basic plumbing. I've learned how to throw a football. I've learned how to change my oil. YouTube is basically the dad I should have had.
That's funny. That's funny. So, and just as unwilling to hug you, right? You're right. And that has an equal level of emotional coldness. Okay. Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, I just, it's like, because
that's really funny. Have you done that joke?
Not really. It's like I floated around with it. It's there. It's in my.
All you need, all you need is like the 4 or 5 or 3, depending on what your construct is. But you go.
I think when I drop it, though, I need something after it. But
say that again.
I just need something after it. I feel like I say it is the dad I should have had, and then I don't know.
Well, that's when you have to go to, and with the same level of emotional coldness. But, I go to with the exact same level of emotional coldness. And the other day it went out and I couldn't, it reminded me of my dad. The other day I couldn't get internet. I didn't have any Wi-Fi, so I couldn't get YouTube. And it reminded me, wow, this really is like my dad. You know what I mean? That's funny. Something like that, where it's like, and then I was
the other day. My internet went out, just like when my dad left or something.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and I couldn't figure out how to get it back, and no one would help me, and you know, and then I thought, wow, this really is like my dad, you know, and there was no reason. And I blamed myself for it. And I thought it was something I had done wrong. That's the way to do it. Did I do something? I thought it was something I had done, you know.
And I realized that, I just didn't have something on or something.
Yeah. So there was something missing. And then when it came back on, I cried. I don't know, whatever. Okay. There's something funny about that. YouTube is the dad I never had. Yeah. With slightly more emotional availability. You know what I mean? With a little bit more emotional availability and a lot more love, I got to say, right? You know, right? And less, and the same level of drinking or liquor commercials or something like that. You know what I mean? Something like that is funny.
Well,
like same level of emotional coldness and an equal level of liquor advertisements. You know what I mean? Something like that. I don't know. That's funny.
Boom. We both got jokes today. We came into this like nothing was going to happen. And then sure enough,
that's how it usually works.
It all happens.
Yeah. We might have to spin the wheel again.
One last.
No.
Yeah.
One last one?
Yeah. Let's do one last one. I mean, you got to fill some time because my internet went out like my dad. But
hello. Okay. Just like your dad.
He left and didn't come back.
Just like your dad. Exactly. All right, here we go. We're spinning the premise wheel. Wheel of bits. What is this?
We got hobbies. Hobbies taking over your life.
Okay. Hobbies taking over your life. Or
it could be expensive hobbies or
falconing.
I love it when I go to a resort and there's a guy like that's a fun job. You're the falconer or whatever, and you're the
falconer.
What do you call it? What do you call the guy that like basically it's to scare off? What is it called?
Falconer.
Is it a falconer?
Yeah.
Falconer. Yeah. It's the guy that basically you're there to scare off the seagulls and the pigeons. Like have you seen them? Like at a resort, they have them in Aruba.
You mean they have a guy, an actual human being?
A guy with a falcon. And they
didn't know that.
Basically like if there's outdoor seating. Yeah. And, because a lot of like seagulls and stuff come in while you're eating. They try to get your food. It's really a mess, like pigeons and stuff.
Right.
So basically there's a guy and all he does is stand there and he's got his falcon with his leather glove. And, and the thing just flies. It just does a loop and then comes back. And when it flies, all the birds just scatter.
Okay.
Because it's the falcon. It's the alpha bird. And so they all just go, they just leave. And so basically it's to keep the birds out of the patio. It's
I have no knowledge of this, and I think this is awesome.
I've seen it several times. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Where are you vacationing?
Well, I had some pretty fancy gigs, Brian.
Obviously, you're going to more ritzy places that have falconers. I haven't been to one.
Yeah,
I'm at the Motel 6. Okay, all right.
You got Aruba. Okay. You got the Aruba. I'm surprised they don't have it there. That seems like a place that would have it.
That's hilarious. I can't believe Dustin acts like this real humble guy. Meanwhile, I'm at the Super 8. He's got an official falconer guy at the places that put him up on the.
Just saying, not always. I've probably seen it maybe 5 times in my lifetime. In the past couple of years.
This is my falconer, Ramon. He'll be your falconer for the week. Okay.
No, but it's funny, and the guy's always there, and he talks to you about the bird. It's fun. It's like he's always in the patio. He's dressed like you would want him to be dressed, like Indiana Jones or whatever.
As a falconer is and does, as any falconer would.
Yeah, a lot of leather and khaki. It's great. I like it.
That's when you know you've made it. When you've got you know what I mean? Like if you have a falconer on your estate, that's when I think things are looking up for you. You've definitely, it's like, you've got I told you my father had a robot. We had a robot when I was growing up, right?
No, you didn't. Right? Tell us that, please. You're doing all this technology stuff and you're not leading with, I grew up with a robot brother.
This is my favorite story. My father grew up in the Depression and he was always complaining that we're going to the poorhouse. I don't know where the poorhouse is, but I was terrified of it. My father was always talking about
Yeah.
if anything goes wrong, we're going to the poorhouse. If anything, my father was constantly talking about the poorhouse. But my father also had the Hammaker Schlemmer catalog, okay, that he would buy stuff out of all the time. He was like, and if you remember the Hammaker Schlemmer catalog, it was really like something that, it was Elon Musk level stuff in there that you would just go, all right, I want that. This is like crazy. And one day my father bought a robot that played the piano. Okay. Right. Okay. And there. Okay. So I'm not even joking about this.
It's like a robot, like a
yes.
arms and legs.
There was
oh wow.
And this
That's
was
good.
a robot like in the late 70s, 80s. Okay. This is like nobody had one. Okay.
That's amazing.
And that's when I knew. I said my father was like talking about the poorhouse. I remember sitting at dinner going, Dad, you're talking about the poorhouse. Meanwhile, we have a robot playing the piano right now. I think we've made it. I think we can relax.
You're like
Dad.
Rocky IV. That's hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. It's just exactly like that. It's just insane. Okay, Dad, you're complaining. What poorhouse? There's a robot playing the piano right now. Okay, like I don't know what. I need more of a punchline, maybe for a tag. Or there you go. That's exactly. That was my
like
childhood.
Stallone and Rocky IV.
Yes,
That's hilarious.
it was a robot.
kid-
We had a
in
piano
Rocky IV.
playing robot, right? Mm-hmm.
Boy, did you
What?
teach it to talk like that?
Okay, wait a minute. So now no one's going to basically. Maybe somebody will remember this. But but I'm saying that what's the joke? I know there's a robot playing piano. It's kind of funny, but I feel like, and Dad, I think we've made it. Okay, but then I don't know what comes after that. That was my only thing with that bit. I always thought there was something funny there, but I didn't know what came after that. When you say, Dad, I think we've made it. When you have a robot playing the piano in your living room and it's 1982 or whatever, I think we're good. I think.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, I mean, it kind of sums it up itself, but I don't know if there's more there.
Maybe it doesn't need anything. Okay.
Yeah, because you don't want to act like you're too rich. It's like
no, exactly. And I don't know if anyone's going to even believe me. Like that's so unbelievable, that story, that will it get a laugh? Because people are going to, what do you mean you had a robot?
I think you should just say I had a robot when I was growing up. Anybody else? And it's like, I'm not even lying. I swear, my dad, he had a good couple of years or whatever. And I
don't mean just an emotionally unavailable dad. I mean an actual robot, right?
Yeah,
right.
Like it was like a robot, like a Battlestar Galactica, like
C-3PO or
Buck Rogers.
Yeah, C-3PO. I'm talking C-3PO back in '82. Okay, all right. We had a robot.
Yeah, it's like a robot, and
remember,
the only thing it could do is play the piano.
Yeah,
it was play a lot of songs.
Yeah,
like
you had a programmable thing. You had to put this program thing in.
How many songs you think? Like 50 or something?
What's that?
That's incredible. Like 50 songs or something.
Because
you don't even need the robot.
It did. You know what was funny? Yeah, there you go. What movie is that? That's
Short Circuit.
Short Circuit. Yeah. Okay.
Short Circuit. Where are you?
Short Circuit. What? Oh, what other famous robots are there? Like, what was that movie, The Iron Giant or something? You know what I mean? There's the Iron Giant, but he was really musically.
Short Circuit's pretty funny.
What is it?
Short Circuit's pretty funny.
Short Circuit.
And then there's that robot. Did you ever see that sitcom where they had like the little girl was a robot? The dad.
Small Wonder.
Small Wonder.
Oh, I don't remember that. Small Wonder. Wow.
You don't remember Small Wonder? Pull that up, Adam.
No.
Small Wonder is a classic.
Small Wonder. Wow. That's frightening.
But it also felt kind of weird that this little robot girl was in the family.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we got a lot here. As soon as I see I can't wait to see this Small Wonder girl. That's frightening. Small Wonder. Wow.
It was a pretty big sitcom for like 3 years or so.
Yeah.
Did you get it?
Yeah. Just trying to bring it up here.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Small Wonder.
We started with nothing and we got 3 bits. Falconing.
YouTube's my dad.
What is it? I
grew up with a robot.
Yeah, and I grew up with a robot. Okay. Small Wonder. Oh, is that? Oh, one of the girls is a robot, right?
The one in the front. Yeah,
the one in the front.
Boy, that is a chilling photograph. There's that. Boy, there's something. There's something very Mormon-y about that.
Mormon-y?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they look very Mormon. Yeah, very
That's a frightening tableau. Mormon. Well, there you go, folks.
There we do. We did it, folks.
We got through another show.
Got through another show.
All right.
Brian didn't think we were going to get through, but we did.
I never said that.
You doubted. You doubted.
I introduced the premises. You shot them down. Okay.
I should have shot down a few. You'll thank me later.
Okay.
When you go to Latino night, you'll be like, oh.
Yeah. Latino night. Yes. Fantastic. All right.
I do. You know what? Try out the I couldn't get rid of a cockroach, so I hired an assassin and see how that goes. I'm curious about that. That might work. That might be fun.
Yeah.
JJ might steal that from you, but I think it's
What do they call a hitman? What's the word for hitman in
Spanish?
There was like Italian. No, it was like there's another word for those guys, like torpedo. I think was the name of it. Like there was like a hitman. He's
hitman.
Killer for
assassin,
hire.
Hitman.
Assassin, hitman.
That's the only two I can think of. I don't think there's a reason to think of something else.
Enforcer.
You're always trying to think of something that nobody's going to understand at all. That's what I love about your brain. You'll be like, all right, the ones that people are going to get. No.
Yeah.
Let's think of the one in Latin.
Right.
What's the one? Let's come up with that one.
What the hell is that? That is the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't know what you just did. What did you do?
You just won the internet today. Good job, buddy.
Right. All right.
And we need you to do more of this, Adam. You need to come in and help us give more humor to us trying to find humor. All right. That's our show. Right. Follow us so we can eventually make money on this thing. All right. God bless America.
All right. Good.
Well, folks, that's our show. It's time for us to go. Make sure to follow us, give us a like, drop us a comment, and always subscribe. We're chasing comedy on all the socials. We hope you had a gas, had some laughs, and maybe you learned something too. Until next time, we're Brian and Dustin, and we're chasing comedy.